Alright guys, so dinner's over. You got a kitchen full of dirty dishes. So today on Captain Housekeeper, I'm going to show you how to hand wash those dishes properly. We have some rules in my house that you don't start cooking the next meal until the previous dishes are washed and put away. But absolutely bottom line, do not go to bed until the dishes are done. You don't want to wake up in the morning with a kitchen full of dishes. You got lunches to make and breakfast and everything else. Morning's too busy as it is. So I want you to go to bed with a clean kitchen, and I'm going to show you how to get that done efficiently and properly. There are 8 steps to properly washing your dishes, and I'm going to walk you through each one of them. They're pretty easy. Some of them are kind of small, so it's going to go faster than you realize. If you're ready to go, let's get started. First thing to do is gather your supplies. You're going to need dirty dishes. You're going to need a sink, some hot water, very hot water. I bring that up because if you don't use very hot water when you hand wash the dishes, they don't become completely clean. And also, you need to dry them with a towel, which is adding an extra step. If you use very hot water, the dishes will self-dry and they'll be pretty much spot-free, which, you know, is important to me. So what I recommend is you get some rubber gloves. I got these at the grocery store. They do come in man size now. My hands are pretty big and these fit. If you don't like the way they look, draw tractors on it or something. Make them manly, that's fine. But I wear rubber gloves to protect myself from the hot water. If you don't want to wear gloves or you can't find some that fit yet, don't use hot water so hot that it scalds you. Just be really, really careful. But if you can use really hot water, you'll have the best results. Step 1, you're going to divide the dishes up. You want to separate them into categories. So you want to put all the pots and pans together, put all the cups and glasses together, put all the silverware together, put all the plates and bowls together. Put them on one side of the sink, the dirty side of the sink is what I call it, on the counter, so that they're ready to go. If you divide them up, then you wash them more efficiently and they'll come out cleaner and you'll get done quicker. Step 2, you want to fill the sink with really hot water. Really hot, like I said before. Wear those gloves to protect yourself and put in a squirt of really good quality dish soap. I use some that say, you know, it helps cut the grease. Use whatever you want, but mine's blue colored anyway. So fill up the sink with hot water and put some soap in there, and then you're ready for the next step. Step 3, you got the sink filling with hot water, you have your dishes divided up. Now you're going to have to make a place for the clean dishes after they've been rinsed, a place for them to dry. Now a lot of people like to use those plate drainers you can get at the grocery store. They usually have like a bottom that'll collect the water for you. I don't like those at all because once you start stacking dishes in those, it gets really dangerous. It gets top heavy, it'll tip over. Things can fall out and break, and they're just not big enough. I mean, if you're cooking even for 1 or 2 people, you have a lot of dishes and you need more space. So what I recommend is that you get just some dish towels and put them on the counter, or you can get those fancy drying mats I've seen. I got a couple that I'll show you as I'm going along. And then that soaks up the water, it won't run on the floor. And you can just hang them up to dry when you're done. It's super easy and it gives you as much space as you need on the counter. Okay, step 4. Step 4, you're going to take all the silverware, but not the sharp knives. Keep those aside. Take all the silverware and spread them out in the bottom of the sink. Make like a real thin layer of silverware. Silverware needs to soak, for lack of better terms. Silverware needs to soak so that when you do go to wash it, it'll be really easy to wash. So put that in the bottom to start with. Okay, step 5. Step 5, take all your cups and glasses and carefully put them in the dishwater in the sink and lay them on the side so that water can get inside of them. You're going to put them all in there, as many that it will fit in one layer. Don't break anything, of course. And then take your sponge and clean each of them well, inside and out, the handles, the stems, the bottoms. And as you're cleaning them, what I do is I stand each one up so I know which ones have been done. So they go in laying down. As you wash them, stand them up. And then once they're all standing up, get your rinse water really, really hot. Super hot. It's really important. What happens is the hot water heats up the ceramic or the glass or whatever the piece of utensil is made out of. And because it gets so warm, once the water drips off from it on your drying mat, it'll dry itself because the warmth will make all the moisture disappear. So that's perfect. It works for you, saves you a step later on. So rinse your glasses with hot water and put them on the drying mat. So now just repeat that step with the plates and bowls. Get them in the water so that water gets inside all the bowls. Wash them all, rinse them hot water, put them on the drying mat, and then finish off by washing all the silverware. Get them all washed really well, and then rinse them with super hot water. Get them on the drying mat in one layer so that all the spoons are facing down, nothing's collecting water, and then that heat will be your friend and it'll dry them for you spot-free. Okay, by now you've washed all the dishes, all the plates and bowls and silverware, and your dishwater's probably cooled off and is probably kind of skanky. It's probably dirty. So what I want you to do is drain that sink now, rinse it a little bit, refill it with fresh hot water and more soap, and then repeat step 5 with all your pots and pans. Get them in there, get them full of water, scrub them really well. The sponge you got to wash with should probably have one of those scrubbers on the other side of it that is non-scratching, so that way you can really scrub everything without worrying about damaging it. Once you get all the pots and pans washed, rinse them with super hot water and put them back on that drying mat. Now you might not have enough room for the pots and pans, so as you've washed them and put them aside to rinse, go ahead and check your dishes. There's a good chance they're already dry and ready to be put away. So put away whatever's dry already, so you make room for the pots and pans. Okay, so all your pots and pans have been washed really well. They're scrubbed, they've been rinsed with super hot water, and you put them on the drying mat. So you think you're done, right? Hold on, not quite. What you really need to do is drain your sink and then take a little bit of soap on your sponge and then scrub the inside of your sink really well. You don't want to leave any debris or any film of grease or food on the sides of your sink because, well, it could get stinky or it might become, bacteria infested. So you don't want to have that happen. You want to start the next meal, the next day or whatever, with a fresh, very clean sink. So clean out any debris that rinsed down into the little strainer in your sink. Scrub the strainer really well with soap and then rinse everything really well with really hot water and your sink will dry spot free and it'll look much better. So that's it. You've washed all the dishes, you put them all away, you wipe down the counters, the sink's clean, you're ready to go for the next meal. Wake up in the morning, everything's ready to go. This is great. So try to keep that rule in mind. Don't go to bed unless all your dishes are done. Or even better, don't start the next meal until the dishes from the previous meal are done. Okay, this is Captain Housekeeper. I hope that you've learned something and that you'll put this to use. If you want to review what I went over in this video, visit my website, captainhousekeeper.com, and I have it all written down there for you too, so you can check it out, as well as other tutorials. Okay, until next time, see you guys. All right guys, thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you liked the video. Please leave a comment. I'd love to hear how you do dishes. I'm always looking for new tips. And follow me on Twitter, Facebook, come to my website, captainhousekeeper.com. Push that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any new videos. Okay, see you guys.